Why, hello there again. This video has been not very long in the making, but it's been very irritating, more so than most videos. So I'll just get into that later, but thank you for supporting me, and thank you for allowing me to make videos into this next year. I already have a few speed paints that I'm lining up to be recorded and posted within the next couple of months, so I might post the calendar of that here soon. Before we really get started, I know that there's been a lot going on, so I'll have some links in the description and at the end of the video if you need to check those out and get some information. And yeah, so today is, what is today? Is it the 24th of January 2024 as I'm recording this? And I've just got to say that this speed paint has got to be one of the worst ones I've ever made. Not just because of the quality of the art, but more because of the things that went wrong in the process. So I used a recorder to make the video. You can kind of see it in the corner there. And you know, I'm a type of person that you can't tell in most of my speed paints because they're phone speed paints, and the app I use stops recording as soon as I get out of the app. But I can't sit down and do that. I can't sit down and draw like that for that long. So yeah, I decided to try it out and be like, oh hey, I don't think it'll record when I turn it off. It recorded when I turned it off. It was recording my lock screen for the equivalent to like 2-ish, 3-ish hours, which was really fun to edit out because the only reason I realized it was because how I make the videos. Like, I record them, you know, and then I put them in Google Drive so that I can access them on my phone to edit. But I realized that it was saying something like, it'll take 50 hours to upload this, and then it crashed. Like, my browser crashed, and I was like, oh, what went wrong there? And I thought it said 3 hours of footage. Nope, it was 6 hours of footage. Like 6.5 hours, actually. And I was like, I'm not doing this today. So I was going through all these hoops to try and find something to edit it, and it turns out that since, you know, I have a computer that's over 10 years old and I haven't gotten all the new software. I refuse to get all the new software because I don't have that kind of money. So I found out that the thing that I would have used went out of service like 7 years ago, and I was like, oh, that's fun. I'm gonna need to have to download something new. I downloaded it. It took so long to try and clean everything up. Like, I was trying to snip out all the large pieces of it would just record my lock screen, so I had to snip out all of those so that you didn't get a boring video of just lock screen. If you wanted to watch your lock screen, you could just turn off your device. And that's what I kept saying through the entire thing, and it took me like 30 minutes to get rid of everything. So yeah, that was very fun. But as you can see, I'm drawing Pokémon there. I'm drawing some Pokemon characters. I went on the wiki and I was looking for a little bit, and I found these two characters that I thought complemented each other pretty well. And so they're just like chillaxing, jumping around. The art itself is cute. It's not the problem, but it's just, it was not super fun to edit. And I feel bad for all of these bigger creators that have to do this for a living, because I'm like, oh, this must be frustrating. And I kept getting up even after that, because as I said, one, like, it's not just my attention span is just fine. It's just that my legs fall asleep so easily. Like, within a minute they'll be asleep. It apparently runs in the family, and it's caused lots of issues for me. But yeah, I was just kind of, I'm not super mad, I was just annoyed. So yeah. If I sound a little different, I'm pretty not okay physically. Like, I'm kind of ill. I'm gonna just say that I'm kind of ill. And my voice is a little squidgy too. Hopefully the audio is a lot better for this one, because I don't want it to be like super bad quality like I used to. There's not very much I can do with that, because the heating in this place doesn't work, so I need to keep stuff like heaters on that I have to plug into walls, because it gets badly cold. Not as bad as the place that I used to live, but it's still pretty cold. And yeah, I just don't want to have to deal with it. So I just moved around to make sure that it's not as noisy. Yeah, anyways, what's the plan for my content in the future? I'm not quite sure, actually, because on other platforms I've been using, like TikTok, I've been using donation filters. So I record a video and I put a video on top of it, like my art or stuff I've been doing, and it gives money to charities and stuff. So that's good. It doesn't get as much reach, but I could not care less. It's a good thing to do, so I'm not upset about that. And I just post a bunch of random stuff on Space Hay. So you'll see me on there like 3 times a month. Like, haha, this is funny. What the heck? That's goofy. But I don't really post anything super serious. I might start posting the super serious stuff to dream with, because I have an account there now. It seems to be a pretty abandoned place, but I think the layout of the site is really neat, and I like it. Somebody asked me if I would ever get a Facebook. Probably not. I just don't like the layout of the site from what I've seen, and that's part of the reason that I didn't get an Instagram until May, June-ish of last year, because I could not stand the layout. And I know that sounds super goofy, but it just makes it really hard for me to navigate something. Anyway, oh my goodness, why is it standing still? What am I doing? No, I'm pretty sure it's moving. Yeah, the video is just being silly. And and some of the parts I left the screen on, so that's why. So if you see like a random not moving part, it's either because I'm working on really small details, because, you know, MS Paint isn't the most movable. You can't like flip the canvas, as far as I know. And if you can, in a later version, I have like the 2011, 2012 version, according to like when I open up the file, because that's around the time that I got this computer. And actually, this is like all of the computers that I have are hand-me-downs. I've never bought one for myself. And honestly, knowing the kinds of things that go into the computers and the part about people not being paid, I'm pretty happy that I've never bought one myself. And I've just been given discarded computers. Oh no, there's another black part in the screen. I'm gonna edit that out really quickly. I deleted that part. Now I don't have to worry about it. So I'll post occasionally, but I can't promise that it will be super consistent. It already took a lot of work to get this out on time. It should be out on time, but if it's not, I tried my best, because, you know, life's busy. And as soon as I say I'm gonna do something at a certain time, it turns out that it will never get done at that time, even if I try my best. So the thing is, with that, I kind of overestimated the time that it would take, and I actually got this recording done. You can see on the 22nd, 23rd, I can't really see it. Maybe it was the 21st, but yeah. And even then, I couldn't really do it, because, you know, stuff. A question I've been asked is if I get money from my content or anything I make at all, and the answer is absolutely not. I have never gotten a cent from this, at least online. I've gotten a few dollars in person, but that was about a year ago at this point. And if I ever did make money from here or anywhere, most of it would go as donations, because even though I'm not wealthy at all, I'm not super well off, I think there's more important things to put my money into than just myself. And I've already donated like $5 or $6, I don't remember the exact amount, to children's relief funds. And I just think I'm not gonna try and keep my money all to myself. I've always been kind of open about that. But anyway, no, I tried to look up how much money I would make from TikTok alone, and it estimated somewhere from $2.50 to $5 per month, and honestly, that's not terrible. But that was around 8 months ago that I checked, and I was very desperate for money at that point, and that's when I was like opening up all the shops and stuff, because if you didn't know, the reason that the quality was so bad in some of my other videos was not just because I was recording on an old Windows computer, but also because I did not have a house, and I was just like scrambling for money everywhere. I'm a little bit better off now. This place is falling apart, and most of the stuff hasn't been checked. It's supposed to be checked every 2 years, but a lot of the stuff hasn't been checked in like over 40 years, which is concerning because, as I said, it looks like it's about to fall apart, and part of it has started to fall apart, and I'm really concerned because I don't want to have anything set on fire in the middle of the night, especially because I usually have a fire going to make sure that it doesn't get too cold. But anyways, yeah. At that point, I was just, like, in the summer, I was just all over the place. I was literally all over the country. I think one of the videos, I was in Washington. That might have been, oh yeah, that, I specifically remember, one of them that I posted a couple months ago, one of the phone speed paints, was recorded in Washington. A handful of my drawings were probably recorded there too. But I think one of them was also, oh yeah, my first computer speed paint was either recorded in Nebraska or Pennsylvania, because I was literally all over the country, and I had to make it to here. I'm not gonna say where exactly, because I don't want, I have people watching me, and I have people out to get me, and they've made it very clear. But I'm not gonna say where, but I'm just gonna say I had to make it there before mid-September, and I ended up making it there in August, which was good. A lot of bad stuff happened in Nebraska, so if I sound pretty cranky about Nebraska, I don't have anything against most of the people in the state, but yeah, just bad stuff happened, and I'm still kind of cranky about it. I don't like bad stuff happening. I'm gonna say that I reacted pretty well to it though. For people that are close to me, or people who have caught up with me on other places, and places that I don't really give out my information for anymore, like Quotive, you can probably scroll not too long into my videos and you can find it. I wouldn't say you should. I tend to whine there, and I don't post there as often anymore, but I'm gonna just say, if you scroll back to like August, you can see me pretty upset. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail. I think I also talked about it on Space Hay in like a few long-winded bulletins. I'm so sorry for anyone who had to read that. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I don't say I'm happy about it, but it just taught me to be more patient with people. Maybe even more impatient, because what the heck was that guy thinking? I don't think he was thinking. Yeah, but anyway, I'm alright-ish. If I do get anything at the end of the month, I'll be sure to donate a chunk of it, because you know, I still do need money to survive, just as anyone does. But I'm not as desperate as I was back in, heck, even April. That was when I was starting to realize, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to stay here for very much longer. What? You mean I have to go all the way there? Before the end of the summer? I'm about to say that this place is nice. The people, not so much, but it's better here than I think it would be if I stayed. But anyway, yeah. Oh, the video is coming to an end, so I'm gonna just put all the links and stuff. I'm gonna put the link at the end of the video and in the comments, just like I said in the beginning of the video. So, what should I say for the end? I don't know. Flying cows. Okay, goodbye.